Yes. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be no more having to do awful visual effects to lighten up the vlogs. So yeah, it's now bright. So yeah, this is pretty much a vlog of fixing things, because one thing I've fixed a light. Well, not fixed a light. The problem I found out was I was plugging the Environ adapter into my 4 socket thing, whatever. But the adapter was broken, so I just took out the adapter and plugged it in the socket in general, because actually it was the only thing in the socket. So yeah, that was all it required. All it took. I could have fixed it within like literally 10 minutes of me discovering it wasn't working. But yeah, I either way have fixed the light, no more crappy light effects, but I've also fixed, after like about, I'd say 2 months, probably even 3 months, I've fixed the mirror issue. Oh my god, we fixed it, finally! It's ridiculous. But yeah, finally I fixed that. Can't believe I lived for like 2.5 months without a mirror. Just go down history in my life. How much is it? 1/6 of the year is without it, so 6 times 80. What's 6 times 80? Mass, 480th. So 1/480th of my life was spent without a mirror. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Matt. Hello. It is February the 12th, 11th. Yeah, February the 11th, 2016. So in recent days, I've been thinking about, I don't even know why, but I've been thinking about weekday vlogs. Yeah, remember those that I did started them early 2014? Right now, if I was still doing them, like me, still doing every weekday, I'll be in only 2 months until like I've done 2 years of it, which is just amazing. Nah, 3 months. I guess 3 months until I finished it, but that's just amazing. I think how quickly that time flew by. So 2 years since that happened. But yeah, either way, it is half term next week. I'm gonna fix the light. Just realised. So not light camera. But yeah, it's half term for me now. I need to go in tomorrow to deliver in pre-production for the promotional video on a church nearby instead of Highdown. So yeah, I need to go in tomorrow. But after that, it's half term. I've got an essay to write, and I've got to do a few other things. But yeah, it's half term. Really nice. Worst time of the year is coming to an end, and yeah, it's pretty decent. Another thing you may be able to say goodbye to in half term, I'm not fully decided on it yet, but you may have to say goodbye to this. No, not all my hair, I mean just the long bits. I don't know, I'm just legit thinking about having it cut. Like, short again. Not short, but I mean just not long, because, to be honest, last time I had my hair like really cut was early October 2014. I've had it trimmed occasionally, but for 1 1/3 years it's not been cut. So like for real, I mean that's the growth in that time. It's over the top really. It doesn't really affect anything, but it just means headphones are really annoying, you know, where I'll just provide an example. Like these earbud headphones, these from my iPod, sometimes I end up just stuffing hair in it. It looks horrible, doesn't it? So yeah, and it ends up falling out a lot. So yeah, I'm not sure yet, but you may be able to say goodbye to long hair. Just things came to my mind about your last vlog. I actually found it pretty funny how you said Happy Pancake Day, as in Happy Christmas Day, Happy Birthday. Like, I think I've never celebrated Pancake Day in my life, and in that sense, I mean, I've had a pancake, yeah, I had a pancake. It had lemon juice and, or whatever, lemon syrup, lemon juice, what it's called, and sugar on it. I never said Happy Pancake Day before. You've done a first. You've done a first for me. But anyway, yeah, we might as well go into the review of The Conjuring, yeah, the 2013 horror movie. I've reviewed 2 horror movies so far this year. I think that's more than I reviewed in all of last year. I don't think I reviewed a lot of horror last year, but either way, that's the movie I saw on Saturday. I'm going to review that. So The Conjuring is basically about exorcisms and everything. There's a family that moves into a haunted house. They quickly can tell it's haunted, want to do something about it, and the mother of that family gets possessed by like a devilish possession of the previous owner of the house who killed herself. So yeah, there's that, and they need to send professionals over to help her. I don't really know why it's called The Conjuring, to be honest. I think the only reason it's called that is because The Exorcist was taken, say 40 years ago. So you pretty much could just call it a modern retelling of The Exorcist. I've not seen The Exorcist, but I know what it is. So you could technically call it a modern retelling of it, with a little less focus on the exorcism, a little more focus on just trying to scare you, like with jump scares. And there are a lot of jump scares in this movie. It's basically, I think this movie's probably tied with Men in Black for jump scares and scare factor. Yeah, I think they're kind of tied. Neither one really is scarier than the other. But yeah, it is one of the scariest horror movies I've watched. Like some of the scenes in the dark, and then they just have a match. Light goes out, just incredible. That scene alone would have been an awe-spectacular. But one thing I have to say is that, well, one, the title doesn't really fit, and two, like, the story just feels really mixed. Like, there's technically, I think there are 3 stories going on. There's the possession story that I mentioned. And then there's stories about one of the people who works with the exorcism, person who performs the exorcist, who has a daughter who she thinks is going to die, and then those people who can do the exorcist also own a doll which is possessed or something, which is the beginning of the film, actually on the cover of the DVD. But to be fair, nothing really happens with it, literally nothing. So it feeds into the second story, but I'll be real here, it was completely unneeded. That it's just to make it look more original, but it's unneeded. So I said in Scream, I think, that the characters in horror movies just aren't really that interesting. This movie kind of set up a notch a bit. The characters were kind of interesting. I thought the family was a bit of a bore, but the people who perform the exorcisms, the actors there were good, and the people who need to get the film crew to film everything that's happening, those were also good. So yeah, that you actually did get to know them really well. One thing I have to say though is one of the film guys looked awfully similar to the father of the family, so I was constantly thinking, that's the father, no, that's the film guy doing it, that's the film guy, that's the father. I have no idea what's happening at some times in the movie, but yeah, so overall it's ridiculously scary, but the story feels a bit choppy, the pacing's very off, I think. Like, the exorcism's only really in the last half of the movie. The first half is just them discovering the house is kind of haunted a bit. So yeah, I'd say it's better than Scream, but it's still not the best. So I'd say it is a good time, no alcohol shots required. So I did like the movie, it scared the crap out of me at points, but yeah, it's just too choppy for me and I didn't love it. Okay, so just one last footnote. I may have mentioned in my vlogs late last year that I was rewriting Legend of Dark 3 and, well, I'll carry on about it, but yeah, I was rewriting Legend of Dark 3 script to start over production again. Well, I've restarted doing that. Like I said, editing Legend of Dark 3, the original one. I started doing late on in the year. Stopped doing it late in the very late part of the year, not in the first part, and then I went back to it in about February. The script writing for Legend of Dark 3 second version started in October, went on November, December and January, kind of but I've recently started to start up again, making some final adjustments to it. So basically, the Legend of Dark 3 new script should be finished in... I won't make promises I can't keep, because I always do that. I will say early April at the latest, hopefully. So yeah, it'll be finished then. So yeah, I won't make any promises. I just wanted to say that. And just one more thing. Might not mention it, but You probably don't even care, but Legend of Tackett 3 will not just be Legend of Tackett 3, it'll be split into two parts. Like, it'll be like Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, and yeah, it'll be basically... Actually, that's a really good analogy, they're kind of similar, but either way. Yeah, the first movie will just be the build-up, second movie will be the payoff for the build-up, so yeah, it'll be split into two parts. Very rough guessing for when they'll be released. Legend of Tackett 3 for part 1, I'd say December 2016, and part 2 probably like June 2017, but that yet again is just very rough, because I've not even finished writing the script for movies yet. I've actually finished writing a script for part 1, but part 2 I'm still writing. I would like to do them back to back. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of droning on a bit about it, so yeah, basically I don't know when the movie's coming out, but yeah, I could start doing part 1 now, but I'm going to work on part 2 so I can do them both back to back, do all the line recordings for both movies like in the same schedule. Yeah, just have a little break between. So yeah, Matt, I have my Tuesday vlog, which I can upload on Wednesday because my last vlog was on Tuesday, so Matt, I'll see you in your Saturday vlog. I forgot you had a Saturday vlog. I was about to say see you on Tuesday, but yeah, Saturday vlog, so I'll see you then.